The toxicology report basically indicated she died from an overdose of Quaaludes.
A Quaalude is a pill that will make you very relaxed to the point where it's very easy to take advantage of someone because they basically don't have the inhibitions they would usually have. Quaaludes were a common theme with Hef and the Playboy Mansion from the 70s on. I know he told me that he liked them because, you know, it made it easier to get a woman in bed.
In the 1970s, Quaaludes were basically party drugs, and they actually called them the leg spreaders.
My parents didn't know my sister did drugs, so them listening to somebody saying she died of Quaaludes, and they're already confused about all of this.
We weren't sure how she got access to the Quaaludes, how she took them.
Law enforcement never really had drug units prior to the 70s. He said Jerry has a moral blame, that it was his lifestyle, from all indications, that introduced Adrian to the drugs. But this is, again, in the early 70s. You've got to understand that a homicide detective in Chicago at that time is absolutely swamped with cases, and unless he's got something to really grab onto and can solve a situation quickly, he has to move on to his next file. And when he had a drug overdose possibility, they closed the homicide or potential homicide aspect of the file and classified it as a drug overdose.
At the time, that had to be accepted, case closed. And my mother was angry because she wanted to see Jerry hang for this.
Unfortunately, this is a common occurrence. We often have people who die from overdoses, and there are people that may be responsible for their death, but they're never charged.
Finally, after the investigation was over, we were able to get into her apartment and get all her clothing.
After going through her items, we found different things that were suggestive of the fact that Adie was more involved in drugs than what we had thought.
And that convinced them that now they have to ask more questions.
We contacted Jerry because some of the things that we got were probably his. When he came, he started to reveal some of the information that we didn't have about Adrian. He said that Adie was afraid and wanted a gun. And we found wigs in her belongings, and he says, yeah, she would wear those as a disguise. And we were like, a disguise, why? And then Jerry dropped a bomb on us.